Hello YouTube, this is Miami CO, Indiana. Today going to do just a short review on my emergency radio. It's really a great thing to have with tornado season coming up here in the Midwest. That's always an issue, especially in the months of April, May, and June. Of course, tornadoes can occur anytime, but this is called tornado season. But no matter where you live in the country, there's usually some kind of risk of disaster, whether it be hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, or just severe thunderstorms. It's always good to have an emergency radio. This is the Grundig, and the model number is, see down there in the right corner, FR-200, called the Recycle Power radio. Now this has 4 bands. It has your FM, your AM, and it also has shortwave 1 and shortwave 2 world band receiver. We'll tell you that the AM reception on this radio is superior. The FM is good. The shortwave is just so-so. I have another shortwave radio that definitely picks up shortwave a lot better than this radio, but this really is just a portable radio. But what makes this a great emergency radio is you never have to worry about batteries, because one of the highest risks you have in severe weather is losing your power and losing communications. And yes, battery radios have been around for years, but unfortunately you have to be worried, are those batteries charged? Do you have batteries for it? How old are the batteries? How long will the batteries last? With this type of radio, you really never have to worry about that because of this crank it has here on the side. And this is the generator, power generator. You simply crank this and that will charge a battery that's in the back of the unit. So you always have power as long as you can crank the radio. It also does have an emergency light too. If you just flip this up, and it turns an emergency light on. Now it's not going to be a real bright light, but it definitely could help you get through areas where it's dark and there could be debris or rubble that you need to get through. You have to think about these things when you live in places that can have natural disasters and power outages. The main thing you want to make sure though, that you do know the frequencies of your local radio stations, because they most likely will be broadcasting local news about the current disaster or weather events. And you want to have at least 2 or 3 different radio stations that you know the frequencies, just in case some of the radio stations could have their own issues, like if a tornado would have hit the building, high winds may have taken down their tower. Even though they may have battery backup, normally when a radio station goes on battery backup, their power output is much reduced. So unless that station is very close to you, you may not be able to receive it. And if you're in a severe weather like with a lot of lightning, it's best to find an FM radio station that you can get your news from, just because FM is less prone to lightning static than AM radio. So anyway, that is just a short review, and I think it's great that everyone should have one of these. You can even get these units now that have the weather band radio also built into them. They will have a tone activated alarm if there is severe weather moving towards your area. So just wanted to do a short review. I think this is something that's great to have in case of an emergency. You know you always have power. By just winding it up, you don't have to worry about batteries, or if the batteries are dead, or if you have the right size batteries, because you just crank it up and you can play the radio for hours and hours by just continuously cranking it every half hour or so. To let you know, if you crank it about 3 or 4 minutes, you'll get about a half an hour of radio use and flashlight use, and you simply just crank it another couple of minutes and you'll be good for another half hour or so. So anyway, that's my review today. I think this is a great thing that everyone should have in their emergency plan. Stay safe during the severe weather outbreak, and definitely, if warnings are issued for your area, make sure to act upon them. This is Miami CO, Indiana. Just doing a short review again on the Grundig FR-200 emergency radio. Hope you're having a great day and stay safe. So long.